It affects as many as 1 out of 5 students. It cannot be outgrown, and it is often misunderstood and misdiagnosed. I went on a mission to debunk the common misconceptions about the most prevalent learning disability in the world, dyslexia. Even though it's extremely common, dyslexia is commonly misunderstood by teachers. I took an anonymous survey of several Centennial teachers to see what they knew about dyslexia. While all of the teachers correctly qualified dyslexia as something that affects reading and writing, most didn't know that dyslexia affects speaking as well. They also didn't know that it commonly runs in families and that it cannot be outgrown. Michelle Bilderback, the dyslexia specialist for Frisco ISD, shed some light on what dyslexia actually is.
One of the biggest misconceptions is that they see letters or they see words backwards. They often think that they see like the word was as saw, and that's just not true, or that it has to deal with numbers and items such as that when it is just phonologically based.
When diagnosing a child, a dyslexia specialist starts out with a general reading and writing test. If the child is having difficulty reading and decoding words, they continue on to see if it is a phonologically based issue.
If it's phonologically based, then we look at it and we say, is it unexpected that they would be doing that? They're doing well in math, they're doing well in all their other subjects, yet that cognitive ability is there, but they're still not doing well in that reading. And so if it's all there, then they show the characteristics of dyslexia, and we educationally identify them as a student with dyslexia, and they go through the 2 years of remediation and usually come out doing quite well.
In fact, the people who truly understand it are the people who live with it. Ryan Mosikowski, a former Centennial star football player and current Clark Middle School coach, struggled with dyslexia throughout his childhood.
It was really frustrating going through school. I had a really hard time when I was younger reading and had a little bit of a speech impediment. And then I worked with my dyslexia teacher, and she did a phenomenal job. And so it's just kind of been hard, but at the same time, I also look at it as an advantage because I look at different things and I see a different perspective on certain problems in life or whatever it may be. I would say if I had to say anything or give advice for people who had dyslexia, like even though it's really frustrating at times, eventually you'll be able to cope with what you have. And it's actually pretty cool to look back and think about all the mistakes I used to make and that I've come such a long way now. And so it's kind of cool to really see that, taking my dyslexia classes really did help, and doing all the things that I had to do that I did not want to do actually in the long run really did help me become the person that I am and the teacher that I am. And so I'm thankful for all those people that helped me through my journey with all the classes.
This has been Kayla McCullough with CENTEN News.